Hey, welcome back. Hillary Clinton's new book called Hard Choices is due out next week. In it, she reveals behind-the-scenes details of many moments from her tenure as Secretary of State.
Is it just a well-timed presidential pitch? Some are saying. Back with us to discuss, Governor Mike Huckabee. Governor, what hard choices? I don't remember a ton of those from her tenure, but is that what the book should be called? Do you have any other title ideas?
I think the book should be called I Really Never Even Knew Barack Obama. I mean, because you have to think that Hillary Clinton wishes she'd stayed in the Senate rather than to become Secretary of State, because she owns, you know, those 4 years plus that she was Secretary of State. She owns that period of time in which the relationships we had with every country in the world went to the toilet. Now think about this. I've asked Democrat friends of mine, name one country on this planet, anyone, any country, little, big, small, insignificant, you name me one, in which we have a better relationship with them now than we did in January 2009. And even the staunchest supporters of this administration cannot burp out a name.
Canada? She did log a lot of miles and get a lot of stamps in her passport. Yeah. She can put that feather in her hat, I guess. An excerpt from the book we want to share with everybody. She says, "No one likes to lose a debate, including me, but this was the president's call, and I respected his deliberation and decision," talking about Syria and the red line here. "From the beginning of our partnership, he had promised me that I would always get a fair hearing, and I always did. In this case, my position did not prevail." So is this her way of backing away from the president and kind of changing her record and putting this out here before people really start talking about the election?
Absolutely. She's trying to distance herself from the record of this administration. I think there's going to be another book that'll come out before 2016 called, Honey, I Didn't Shrink the Economy, because somebody's got to answer for why the policies of this administration have shrunk the economy. And she can try to say, look, I had nothing to do with it, but she joined this administration. She's part of it. She has to defend it. So she's trying to separate herself from it, but I would say good luck, because once you wear the team uniform, you're responsible for some of the things that happen with that team.
We also heard this week that they released a quote from the book ahead of time about her involvement in the Bo Bergdahl decision, and basically saying she knew it would be hard for the American people to swallow. Obviously, these deliberations have been going on for years, we now know, according to reporting. So was that smart to float that quote out there ahead of time?
Once again, I think she's trying to protect herself, trying to insulate herself from the truth. The truth is, if she was part of those discussions, then I think we have to ask, why was your advice so insignificant that the president didn't listen to you? Let's assume for a moment she did advise him differently on all these issues. Then the response I would give to her is, then, Mrs. Clinton, are you saying that your advice, your counsel to the president was taken as nothing, so that he never really listened to you? Because what she's doing now is saying, well, I urged this, he didn't do it. I urged this, he didn't do it. I think at some point she has to say, gosh, nobody was listening to me.
Well, we also know there's a track record, right? I mean, the generals are saying, top military officials were not being listened to. Wasn't it also maybe the same way with Hillary Clinton?
Well, also, if she's a forceful personality, she's basically conceding she couldn't make the sale.
Yeah.
So what do you think Hillary Clinton's book ought to be called? Send us your suggestions here. You can tweet them, you can email them, you can shout loudly. We'll hear you.
Governor Huckabee, 8 p.m. tonight on the Fox News Channel. Who do you have coming up?
Rusty Bradley, major in the Army, who was there in Afghanistan. We also have Senator Lindsey Graham. We'll talk about his comments about impeachment. We'll discuss that with him tonight.
Governor, great to see you.
Yeah, see you at 8 o'clock tonight.
Good luck on the horse race.
Yeah, you bet.